I'm Kelly, part owner, Dream Creators.
And I'm Queen, founder, Kumaravi Planners.
And you are behind the scenes with Kelly and Queen. Welcome back, guys. We have an amazing show for you guys today. I say that all the time, and that's because every time we have an amazing show. Today, we are going to be talking about collaboration. Collaboration, what it means to us, why people find it so difficult to collaborate, and then we're going to share some of our tips on how to successfully collaborate with others, aka play with others. So yeah, let's jump right into it. What does collaboration mean to you, Queen?
I'd say working with someone to achieve a goal, Yeah, that's basically it, in a layman's term.
Yeah. Do you have any fun collaborative stories to share with us?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So many.
There's so many, but we'll discuss it while we're, during the...
Okay, So again, collaboration, like Queen said, is working with a group of people or a group of whatever, maybe aliens, but working together to achieve a certain goal. People find it difficult to collaborate for so many reasons. For me, personally, when I'm in a setting where I'm meant to collaborate, if I'm not with like minds, you can almost tell immediately.
And do you know it's actually more difficult amongst women?
Yes.
This is just the truth, because this is from experience.
It's the truth.
It's actually more difficult amongst women.
It is. And why do you think so? Why do you think it's so hard for women to collaborate?
For the life of me, I can't understand. Because it's a different, I can understand when you're in the same department or the same field and it seems like you're collaborating with a competitor, I can understand. But what I cannot understand is when you are collaborating with someone who's on a different field, different department, and then you still have this unnecessary attitudes, this silly attitudes, not, silly attitude actually, like being clumsy, waiting for people to beg you, like it's annoying. Women, we need to do better. We can't just be saying women supporting women, just like a hashtag. We need to actually support each other. We need to learn how to work with each other.
This is what our show is about, because if you know us individually, like we say in the beginning, I'm Kelly, Dream Creators, which is an event management company based in Abuja. Queen is Kumaravi Planners. So if we're looking at it like we are quote unquote competitors, we would have never even come together to do the show. But because we believe in collaboration and we believe in women supporting women, when the show came up, it was just like an amazing
fit. We jumped right into it immediately.
And yeah, I don't think we have. Do we have drama on set?
No, we don't.
Slight drama, but we don't bring it in front of the camera, but yeah, slight. But no, it's not a lot, because we're collaborating, because we're like minds. So like I said, for me, I find it difficult to collaborate when I'm not with like-minded people.
I think let's dive into the challenges people face with collaboration. People aren't willing to let go of control. So that's the big issue. You want to work with other people, but you want to be in charge. Now, imagine you working with different CEOs or different business owners where everyone is already a boss.
Exactly.
So you come with this, I am the boss of this thing that we're doing. It's going to be a problem working with other people, because they're going to be looking at you like, who is this person? And why are you coming to tell me what to do? But you need to understand the people that you're working with. You need to let them know that even though I am in charge of this, I'm going to give you your voice. I'm going to let you speak when you have to. There's got to be some form of egolessness. You need to allow people talk, let people bring in their own ideas. Everything cannot be revolved around you. And the annoying part, because one time I wanted to collaborate with a group of people, and I told them, you guys come with your ideas, let's share ideas. So now I've gone to do my homework. I've written down all my ideas. I've written down everything. And then you come to me after I have laid out my ideas to criticize my ideas. There's going to be a problem, because what I would have expected you to do is bring your own point, and then we say, okay, let's pick this one from here, let's pick this one from here. But then you sit down, you flip your hair back while I'm talking, and you're like, I'm sorry, we're not gonna. Hello, that is where the problem starts, because right there you're just being silly, so you need to work as a team.
Yeah. So for me, going back to what she said about everybody bringing their ideas. So I'm a bit anal when it comes to this, because there's something like too many ideas. Don't let anybody tell you, oh no, there's nothing like too many ideas. There is something like too many ideas.
Yeah, because
especially when you're
many
working on a
cooks.
project.
You know what they say about too many cooks now?
They spoil the broth. Or too many cooks in the kitchen, the meal always gets messed up. So for me, that's why a lot of people find it difficult when there are too many ideas. I'm one of the people that find it difficult when there are too many ideas. I find myself going quiet, because that quietness doesn't mean that I'm not participating. I use my silence as a filter. So I'm filtering out what information is important and the one that I don't feel is, because in a group setting, and we've been working in groups since, in fact, from the time you're born, but more so in college, I worked in groups a lot, and you find you always have that one person who is, all the ideas they bring, I'm so sorry, I'm not criticizing, but all the ideas they bring just doesn't make sense. And you want to be like, are you for real? We're working on the same project. So I use my silence as a filter, because sometimes too many ideas make it so difficult for the collaboration to flow successfully.
So another reason people find it very difficult to collaborate is lack of understanding. It's very, very important to understand your personality type. It's very important to understand their personality type, knowing the sort of people that you are collaborating with, because if you guys have different personality types, sometimes it clashes. So by the time you have this idea, the other person has that other idea, or this person is a fighter and you know this person is a fighter, but you want to go and fight with this person, you're definitely going to clash. So understand who they are and then approach them accordingly. Kelly?
I agree. So we're just gonna go right into the 5 tips on how to collaborate successfully. For me, I believe, and this is for everyone, tip number 1, have a mutual goal. So have a mutual goal and have an understanding of what that goal is. Let the goal not get lost in the middle of any of your meetings that you're having, or as you're moving forward with the project. Let the goal remain the same. For instance, we have a goal with this behind the scenes with Kelly and Queen. We want to take you behind the scenes with events, get you into the minds of vendors and clients, and then share tips with you on how to be successful. That is our goal. So for as long as our goal remains the same, and of course, there are other tips we're going to share on how to adjust accordingly, but we should be fine with collaboration.
Okay, another tip is define your roles. When you're collaborating, you need to know this person is in charge of, taking down the minutes, taking down all our ideas. This person is the one who's going to be in front, presenting the, idea. So define your roles. Know who is doing what. If everybody is doing everything at the same time, there's bound to be issues. So you need to understand your roles, and then if you're given a role, play it professionally. Don't try to jump into other people's roles.
And I think even with that, your role, be honest and true to yourself. If it's something like now, I hate taking down minutes. So when they say, oh, your role, you're going to be the secretary, I always say, no, sorry. I'm eager to do something. Yeah, there are people that enjoy it. So let me do the one I know I can do and excel at in order for the collaboration to be successful. So don't give me the minutes to do, oh my God, no. But with that being said, another tip is to be flexible. Now, like we said, for as long as your goal remains the same, there's no problem. However, if for any reason your goal has to shift, you as an individual must learn how to be flexible. You have to be flexible because you're working with others. So be open to these new changes that are coming. Be flexible.
And be very transparent. Yes, it's very, very important to be transparent. For example, you have a a what's it called, a presentation you have to submit, and you have to collaborate with your team members. If you have an idea, you need to share it with the group.
Share.
So wait till the day of the collaboration, till the day of the presentation, because you're trying to impress your bosses, and then you go and say, oh, I have this idea. No, you guys need to work as a team. Show everybody that this is my idea, and I'd love to share it with the team, and let everyone know that, okay, this is what we are working on.
Exactly. Another one is to leave your ego at the door, put it in your pocket. Whatever you want to do with your ego, do with it, but don't bring it into this collaboration. Reason being is that you're here for a purpose. So the ultimate goal is to achieve this purpose. Don't let your ego stand in the way of your success. Put it to the side. Listen to understand. Don't just listen to respond.
Argue, especially
Yes.
to argue. Yes. You're listening to argue. So you're taking down the points that you're going to talk back on, but instead of taking down the lessons, okay, what this person is saying, what have I taken from? Yes,
from it?
what am I taking from this person, and how do I implement it into what I'm doing? It's very, very important.
Yeah. And then you have to learn to trust.
Trust each other.
Trust.
Build trusts. Very, very important.
I trust that you will show up on time. I trust that when you show up, you're dedicated. I trust that we are all here for the goal.
And another thing is, you need to get to know each other.
Yeah.
Get to know each other outside the work field. Because when you get to know them outside work field, it is easy to work with them.
Yeah.
You know, like it's okay to have drinks after work, after, putting your heads together. Yes, go and, know who you're working with. So it's not difficult for you to
collaborate with them, to work with
very,
them.
very
Yes, I
important.
agree. I agree 100%. Do you want to share any of your collaborations? Do you have any collaborating nightmares to share? I'm thinking I want to share one. I'm sure I have a folder. I'm pretty easy to collaborate with anyways. So.
Oh yes, I've had this one that we had to work with this vendor, and the man said, according to her, she specializes on sound and media stuff, and I'm a planner. But I didn't know she calls herself a planner too. So she's, at first, we got introduced to each other by the client. And she bought some vendors. She bought the security vendor. Okay. She bought the live band and all of that. As a planner, I'm supposed to have a relationship with these people. I'm supposed to call them. So I had called the security guy to say, okay, we're having a vendors meeting and blah, blah, blah. And then she called me and was yelling at the phone. How dare you call my security guy to tell him?
Really?
And on my first stop, you're not going to call me and yell at me at the phone. Yell at me on the phone. So I'm cutting this call so that when you're calm, you can talk to me and I'll pick up. So, and it was really bad. Even on the day of the event, it was really, really, really bad. She was just going, not giving us room to coordinate like what we've been paid to do there. So it was very difficult. It was horrible. It was a nightmare. And and I think the next line we had a consultation with had mentioned them, and I said, I'm sorry, I can't work with this person. So and
that's how you lose business, when you're not flexible and able to collaborate and work with others nicely. That's what happens the next time you don't.
And the client was even disappointed at their services, because so many things that we had discussed, you see, it wasn't provided. There's a way we sort of cover up with these people. So I couldn't even cover up. I couldn't even hide it. Yes, wow, you're right. They didn't bring this thing. So I took down notes. So since you want to be difficult, I'm going to make it easier for you. So I took down notes and I gave it to the client. I said, yes, this and this weren't present. So you've lost that relationship with the client because of your stubbornness, because a failure to collaborate with the event planner.
So mine's not a nightmare though. I think Queen's nightmare is nightmare for both of us. So I'll give you a success. Same thing like Queen. Mine was actually, we showed up on the day where we were already working with the client, but we were working through the client's mother. So we were the mother's planners, and the bride had her own planner. Okay, so when the planner came, what I liked about her was she came and she was very humble. She came and she said, okay, it seems like there are two of us on this project. Exactly, there are two of us. this is the goal, and we agreed on the goal. And so we actually only met, we spoke the day before, but we only met on the day of the wedding dinner. And then we delegated, like Queen said, let your roles be known. So we allow them, okay, you guys will handle, you're with the bride. So focus on the bride. Make sure the bride has something to eat, make sure the bride is taken care of, make sure the bride's guests are okay. Okay, we're here for the mother. We'll handle guest lists, and then we'll handle mother's guests, make sure everybody is okay. So we had an understanding. There was no crossing over. It worked out really nice. And I think it's because immediately we met, we applied emotional intelligence, which is so important. And we were able to read off of each other, understand our energy, and then have a successful event. And that's what it's about. So I hope you guys have learned something about collaboration today, what it actually means, how you can be successful with it. And we discussed the reasons why, the success and the difficulties go hand in hand, right? So with the difficulties, you understand what to do with the tips on how to make it successful and what to avoid. Please, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do so now. And until next time, you are behind the scenes with Kelly and Queen. Au revoir. Au revoir.